Everyone. So today I have with me Dr. Ranjan Ghosh. He's a very famous psychiatrist, psychologist, and currently he's working in Kolkata. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Dr. Ranjan Ghosh. I came back from America to start Good Karma, which is a mental health brand. We do have psychologists here as well as I'm the head psychiatrist, only psychiatrist so far. Hopefully, we'll get more. But we do have therapists. We have everything for online mental health care as well as psychiatric care.
That's amazing. So today we are going to be speaking with you about mental health because it's Mental Health Month, May,
Yeah, definitely. Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mental Health Awareness Month.
Come on,
And
Anjali. You should know these things.
yes, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we'll be speaking about sustainable mental health care. So we want to begin with what is mental health care? Like, what does mental health care look like for an everyday person?
Yeah, so it's for an everyday person. It's like your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It kind of helps you put yourself okay in the world mentally.
Okay, so my next question would be, do sustainable mental health care tips which are shared around on the internet, which I have shared as well, like doing yoga, taking walks in nature, spending time with friends and family, do they actually have an impact on mental well-being?
Yeah, they do actually. So, like what we know about yoga, if you use the non-PVC pipes, could be
Yes.
quite sustainable mental health wise, right? You
Yeah,
can just be able to, do your thing, and it's not creating any waste. It's not creating anything. It's just
true.
space. So that's very sustainable. The yoga for sure, 100%.
For sure. And you're not inhaling any plastic, microplastics or endocrine disruptors with a cotton mat or anything.
And my favorite, Anjali, I think you've seen me, but the nature, immersing
Nature.
yourself in nature and tree therapy, that's another very sustainable, eco-friendly way. You're not tearing
Yes.
anything down, you're not littering, you're taking care of
Just
the
existing.
environment and just existing with it. Yes.
Yeah. So my third question to you would be, what are your top mental health care tips? Like I've seen you share on your Instagram, like skincare Saturdays and self-care Saturdays, which I love. Like I have literally been there every Saturday. Okay, we are going to get a new self-care tip.
Yeah,
But
thank you. Yeah, we've been kind of slacking on those, so thank you for reminding me again. But yes, self care Saturdays. So why is Saturday important? Because Saturday I think was the time I was off. I'd work Sunday and take off Saturdays type of thing.
makes
Now
sense.
it's like kind of busy, so we're working all the time. But I think self care Saturdays are like this. You have to really conceptualize something that is making you feel good and do it. Like if it's just, and you got to figure out what it is. Is it that social connectedness? Is it that actually you're actually engaging in self-care for a long, you haven't done that in a long time? Is it that you're just enjoying the activity because you can stay present in it? You're enjoying it, right? So there's so many things that you're practicing with self-care without even knowing. So, and that includes talking to someone you trust, trying to avoid harmful substances at that time. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Trying to like, I mean, at that time, no drinking, no smoking, blah blah blah, like those
Makes
type of
sense.
things, like being mindful in that moment.
Yeah, like for me, Mondays are off. So usually Mondays is the day I call you for therapy. And I'm just like, let's just have a chat. Let's see how I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah, always, always, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
that's sort of
That's
the thing,
taking
right?
care of your mental health. And there's 5 ways of wellness to prevent mental health things, but we'll discuss that some other time.
Yeah, sure. So my next question is, what are your thoughts on eco-anxiety? Like I've never actually asked a psychiatrist this question. Is eco-anxiety something you would call a disorder or is it a reaction to climate change?
Yeah, I guess like okay, so for eco anxiety is like you can determine this by how anxious a person is for their future well-being of their planet. Okay. So Greta, for example, she would be someone who's very fixed at fixing a problem that's kind of the world is saying unfixable because we have so many red tape and everything. But they said that about this big war as well. So like there are certain things that where it's going to require a lot of people to do, right? So the social
Hmm.
anxiety of doing those things would be Greta's thing, right? So there's also anxiety to what's happening, like
Yeah.
the destruction of the planet and making it like not livable,
Hmm.
so I feel very strongly about these things, like and I'm sure the young would be more feeling more
Yeah.
strong, like it's affecting you guys like so much more for so
No,
many more years.
like I'll tell you a
See
personal
the
example.
record highs of thing,
Yes,
the freaking
exactly.
solar. Who has northern lights? I know I was special. I lived in Alaska. Northern lights were very rare, dude.
Yeah, and
Like
now we're hearing in
very rare,
India.
and they're everywhere. They're over the
Like
whole
it's
U.S.
cool we get to see it, but it's
Is it
also like
really
a
though?
red
Like,
flag.
hello, like where did this come from?
Yeah. No, so like I'll tell you a personal example you probably heard. Like, I have OCD. You diagnosed me with OCD, right? And for me, mental health and balancing mental health and sustainability becomes difficult sometimes because sometimes you have to say that, yeah, no, this is better for the planet, but I cannot do this. For me, for the longest time, that was thrifting because
Right.
like with OCD, going and wearing second-hand clothing is like I'm constantly thinking of, oh my god, what if it has germs, what if it has bacteria. Like I got over that eventually, but
Good.
so what is your recommendation there? Is your recommendation something like take it one step at a time, allow yourself to make mistakes?
Yes, yes. So it's systemic desensitization over flooding. So if you're scared of spiders, you have arachnophobia, they call it fancy term.
Hmm.
Scared of spiders, I'm not going to take a bucket of spiders and throw it on you. I'm going to slowly bring the fake spider closer, fake spider closer, 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 and then a real one, but in a cage or something, closer, closer, closer. Because that's systemic desensitization to
Makes
slowly
sense.
get used to that thing that you're very scared of or fear of.
Mhm. Like I think I did the same thing without realizing it because first I bought like a thrifted skirt that was new, like with the tag attached. Then I
Right.
went ahead and bought a dress which did not have the tag, and I got it like washed several times. And now I'm just like, yeah, they're clothes. And I also told myself, right, that clothes you wear in a mall are also probably worn by other people. I think I had that discussion with you. You only told me,
That,
like,
that's
there's no
even
unwashed
worse, I
clothing.
feel, because this thrift store thing, you can come home, do another cleaning, iron
Exactly.
it, like. So yeah,
But you
man,
need
that
to clean and
Macklemore thrift
iron it,
store is a real
whether
thing.
it's, yeah,
It's a real thing. Like everybody thrifts. It's cool.
yeah.
It's eco-friendly, man. And why
Hmm.
build more stuff? Why, again, it's just not needed right now.
It's just not needed, true. So, what are your top tips for people in the sustainability department who are feeling burnt out, who are feeling like there is no solution?
So, like, yeah, so yeah, you have to stay away from like media a lot. Like the media aspect of these things are very, very dangerous, right? So once you stay away from media, like all types of social media, when it comes to your mental health breaks. Now, of course, when you're campaigning and nonstop advocating, you have to be on it. But you'd have to have a work-life balance, which the work-life balance is, I'm going to turn this off, done, not doing it again. So that work-life balance has to be very strict, and you have to do something fun, like immerse yourself in what you're trying to save, right? The eco-friendly, like
Be in
immersion.
nature. Yeah,
Yeah.
talk to your friend.
Yes, not even just hiking or whatever, but just sitting there and looking at it,
Makes sense. Or,
being
you could,
present.
like, what I
Mind.
do is, yeah, what I do is I watch the fun aspect of sustainability. So when I feel burnt out, I will like go watch somebody else do composting. I will go watch somebody else go to a thrift store for the first time on social media. And that, makes me feel like, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one doing these things. There are other people trying to help as well. So I can take a break for a day. The world's not going to collapse.
Oh no, no. And if you're doing it, see, so Anjali, here's what we have to talk. If you're doing it like because the world's gonna collapse in an anxious way, not because you like it, those are two different things. But I think you like it.
I
So
like it.
you
I
like
personally, it
the
makes me feel
writing and
empowered.
the writing sustainability. You like all those
Yes.
sustainability topics, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mix of both, right? For most people, it's also like, yeah, the world needs it and I like it. It
Yeah.
adds value to my life. The most biggest thing is it adds value to my life, obviously.
That's what I was gonna say. Like when you give a compliment or you get into something or you give back to someone, you get actually the benefit. That's actually in my 5 ways of wellness is giving compliments, uplifting others.
Mhm. Sort of like gratitude journaling, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So before we leave, any last comments for our viewers?
Yeah, I feel like, sustainability. Stay with Anjali on that topic, number one.
Okay.
Subscribe and all that. I mean, and also think about this for a second. Mental health awareness. What do we need to do? We need to be more open. The definition, if you ask me, Anjali, mental health awareness and mental health, what does it mean? Is something that is tough for you. It's called plasticity, like being able to change and being bendable. And that is actually healthy mental health. When you stay fixed in a point, then that is not healthy. You have to be pliable. And some people are more fixed than others, but I still tell my wife, even, you got to be more pliable. Why? That is a healthy person. That's my
Hmm.
definition. And I've, over the years, 25 years of practice, now I realize that's the word I'm looking for. When I'm looking for resiliency in or excellence in mental health, it's about this being able to take advantage.
Adaptability.
Yeah,
So yeah, you
exactly.
can be sustainable, but at some points you have to be like, not possible here,
So
and do your
adaptable,
thing.
or more possible here. So let me stay away from this. Like adaptable.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. I'll
Yes.
see you in
Thank
a
you.
few
Great,
days.
great talk. Mental health awareness.
Yes.
Wear green ribbons. Take care.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.